So matrix and vector operations. So ideally, once you save a bunch of numbers in an array, whether it's a matrix or a vector, you want to do some manipulations with it. And when doing mathematical manipulations with these types of arrays, you have to be careful of the notation. So before we start, let's create an example vector. Let's call it A, consisting of the four numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. If I want to multiply a number by A, it's very important that you always put this dot before your mathematical operator. So 5 dot star A will multiply the number 5 by all the elements of A. If you want to divide as well, you need to add this dot, 5 dot divide A. You're gonna get 5 basically divided by all the elements of A individually. If you want to see what will happen if you don't include the dot, so if I just write 5 divided by A, you're going to get an error, because when performing mathematical operations on arrays, you need to have this dot operator to allow for it. Another important use for this dot operator, which you include before doing any mathematical manipulations, is it does what is called element by element calculations, right? Calculations. And the logic here is, let's say I create a second array, let's call it B, and it will include the four numbers, let's say 2, 2, 2, 2, right? Or let's call it 2, 3, 4, 5, for example. So now I have two arrays, A, which, as you can see on the right hand side here, A consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, and B, which consists of 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to multiply A by B, it will not work. It's not going to give you anything because you're missing this dot operator. So if I write the correct notation, which is A dot star B, it will perform what we call element by element multiplication. So basically the first element of A, which is 1, will be multiplied by the first element of B, which is 2. So if you look at the right hand side here, 1 multiplied by 2 will give me 2. And then the second element of A, 2, will be multiplied by the second element of B, which is 3, to give me 6. Third element of A, 3, multiplied by the third element of B, give me 12, and similarly for the last element. So this is called element by element multiplication. Okay, and you will also need to do it if you're doing a division. So if I want to divide A by B, I'll have A dot divided by B. And again, this is element by element. So first element in A divided by the first element in B, etc. For addition and subtraction, you don't really need the dot because it's sort of intuitive that you're going to add each element to its respective number in the same location. And again, A minus B will do the same thing.